Hello. So I'm about to share with you Kelly's story. Kelly is 49, a mother of four, lost the love of her life and her first husband in a car accident when the kids were super young. So the reason Kelly came into the Purpose program was she was suicidal, so consumed with the suicidal thoughts that she actually had made plans and places where she could execute. And so she was like, I would avoid those places. And the only thing, the tiny little thing that stopped me from committing suicide was the fact that my kids had already lost one of their parents. So she had been on antidepressants for like 15 years, just, straight away after she lost her first husband. And then abusive relationships and some unhealed trauma as a child. So I'm so proud to say that through the Purpose program, Kelly has gotten off antidepressants. And obviously this isn't like, oh, you're good if you get off of them. It was safe. It was her own personal choice. She felt like this was the best choice for her body. She's like, I'm clear. I'm like born again. And the suicidal thoughts are gone. Within the first few days, she was sleeping through the night, which is something that she hasn't done in ages. And she has her confidence. Her kids are telling her how proud of her she is. And she is this queen woman who is rocking, and she is a force of love and power. So I'm so excited for you to hear her story. Let's get right into it. Thank you so much, Kelly. So for everybody watching, this is my beautiful client. I always say when I say my client, I'm not like, it's mine. It's like, my sister that's on this journeying with me. So beautiful Kelly is joining today because far out you have really, really, really risen, and you are continuing to just like shine this
Yes.
really beautiful light, and you have such an inspiring story, and it's so amazing to hear. So I wanted you to share this beautiful love with everyone else, because damn, the day is gone that we're going to feel ashamed of who we are and where we came from. It is just why we are so strong today. So thank you for joining. And can we just start, beautiful sister? And dude, my mind was blown when you told me you're 49. I was like, what the actual fuck? You're like
Yeah.
such a babe. I can't even. And you can totally borrow my sports bras and my cowboy hat in Bali. We're gonna
Thank
trade it
you.
out the
Thank you.
clothes. So you're looking good,
Yes,
mama.
I'd be wanting your clothes.
Mama four, hot as ever. So, okay, can we start by telling the people why you came into the Purpose program? What was like, yeah, what did you need help with? Why did you come in? What was the problems?
Well, I was suffering from a lot of problems. My main focus for needing help was extreme thoughts of suicide. Just could not get off of that hamster wheel of suicide thoughts, extreme anxiety. I had come out of a relationship, a marriage that was abusive, that kind of triggered my past history of childhood sexual assault. Um, and that spiraled me into just extreme anxiety and suicidal thoughts. And I could not release those. I had been home with the COVID, and that had just kind of spun me out of control. And I could not get out of that hamster wheel. And, you know, I was really scared, and I did not know what to do. And, as you said, I have four children. I had lost the father to those children, my husband, when they were 9, 6, 4, and 2. So I have been raising them by myself. I've had two marriages that have not been healthy for me. And so my children and I have traveled through that. And I'm by myself now and getting healthy. But the last marriage has been really difficult on me, and left me at that point of needing help and just suffering a lot. My habits of the eating disorder that I had were just quivering back there. So I knew that I had to do something, or
Mm,
that was going to maybe crop up. And but the suicide thoughts were just rampant.
mm,
I couldn't sleep.
mm,
I was taking medication for anxiety, but that wasn't working. And I was
mm,
calling the doctor to get increases. And nothing was working. So I needed help. So I found you on the internet, just looking
Yeah,
through,
how'd
and I
you,
thought,
okay.
I've
So
got to
just
do something.
Facebook?
I was, yeah, I was
Mm,
cruising Facebook, and for some
mm.
reason, which I said, God led me to you, because I thought, fuck, this chick's got energy. Maybe she'll pull me off the couch and do something.
Maybe a little
So
rub
I
off.
watched, yeah, I watched your 2 hour free webinar. And I was like, holy shit, she's got, damn, I want some of that. So that's why I joined the purpose. My thoughts, I couldn't stop them. I mean, I was honestly to the point of a plan. I was scared to go to the places where I had plans made out.
Mm,
Um, but I loved my children so much that
mm,
that was stopping me.
mm,
And the thought that they had already lost their other parent, their dad, I couldn't do that to them. Um, that's farthest from my mind now, and I don't have those thoughts. But in the purpose programs helped me with that. And but it prior to joining that, it was real. Um, I was suffering a lot. Um, but joining the purpose program gave me life, gave me new life, new thoughts, a way to breathe. Um,
But before,
and
man, you're getting me. I'm teared up because that's so just like fucking vulnerable and real and just like just makes it inspires me. Like people are like, oh, you help me so. I'm like, dude, you're helping me every fucking second to just like be more embodied. Before we get to, because you blow my mind. Was just telling you before we started, I like told Chris, I was like, she is such a fucking badass. I love Kelly. I want her on my team. I want her at the ball retreats. Like, dude, you're just like, I love
yeah,
journeying with you. Like, I love journeying with you. You're so amazing. So there's a lot to share there. But before we get to the amazing, shifts that you did, because I can't jump in your soul, like that you were able to do,
right.
what were the fears of coming in? What were you afraid of? Like what were the like I'm gonna go into purpose. Like what was the resistance? Like, what was the why was it scary? We all have everybody has something. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's this she woo woo, sometimes it's a blah blah blah. So what were yours?
Well, I was scared of money. As I'm a scarcity bitch, as they call it, just because money is tight. I'm always thinking about where that next. Well, I say always. I don't so much anymore, but I used to. Where was the
Yeah.
next penny going to come
Same,
from? And
same.
scarcity travels through all our life. Love, money, it's encompassing. So I definitely was like, oh gosh, I can't even get this money to do this program. But then I thought, what's your life worth? Shit, is
Mm.
your life not worth that? And so I thought, I, I can, as I've said before, I can eat a lot of toast, and I love toast.
Goddamn,
So,
Chris and I love
I
us some.
buckled
I said
down.
prison food. He's like, fuck yeah, butter and toast and salt is so good.
And so I just put a priority on what I needed. And so I was really scared of the money, but I was also scared of looking in.
Mm,
What was I gonna find? What was I gonna have to look at and let go of? Because there's some
mm.
comfort in that,
Mhm. My
and I was
bestie,
gonna,
the only motherfucker that was with me through all my suicidal thoughts was that fucking voice that hated everyone else. No one was with me in 3 in the morning when I have anxiety and I'm not sleeping, except for that little
right.
comfortable buddy.
So I knew I was going to have to put in a lot of work, and I was going to have to
Yeah.
probably maybe think about some of the trauma I'd had, that
Mm,
sexual abuse, and
mm,
I'd may kind of buried that.
mm,
And um so for a little while that was kind of quivering for me, but I just, my why is my children and me. And I want my daughters and my son to live the fullest and best life they can live. And I can't give that to them if I don't model it for them. The- You know, they have to see it from me to be able to live it themselves. And my students. I mean, I have many children and people around me that if I can't model it and show it and live it, out, I'm selling myself and the people around me short. And,
Mm.
for my kids, I have to give them the best love I can give and the best life. And, now, like my son says, Mom, you're doing so well. I'm so proud of you.
I can't
And
even
my daughters say that.
imagine. I can't even imagine. That's the part that made me like teary because I can't even imagine that in such a short fucking time. So you started Purpose a couple months ago, a
And yes,
few months ago.
it was June.
The shift of a plan and I can't go there and it's literally just like avoiding the fucking it's like there ain't no thriving. Let's just literally make it out alive today, you know? So I can't even
Right.
imagine like what they might like it's like they have their mom, not only their mom, this queen, this warrior, this vulnerable woman. You're always willing to show up. You're always willing to take responsibility and feedback because nobody's perfect and we all make mistakes. It's not like a champion never gets fucking punched. It's like the champion gets punched more and they get up more. You know what I mean? So it's just like that. It's like you got to talk about that. But I have a couple questions. So the first one is like, what were the immediate shifts? Like, what was the first immediate shifts after coming into Purpose? Like the first day, the second day, the first week. You know, what was?
Well, the first week, for sure, hands down, I could sleep. I mean, just
I
definitely, I could sleep.
remember the
I
first
mean,
night I
I
slept.
have always had problems sleeping. And
Same.
I started with the meditations. As you know, I'm have this perfectionist spirit running in me, but I've been ridding myself of. But so I did follow the plan, and
Dude, you
which you
kicked ass.
should. If
Yeah,
you're joining,
yeah,
follow the fucking meditations and the
totally.
plan,
Yeah,
because it
don't
will
leave out the
work.
shit you don't want to
Uh,
do, bitch. Have a clue. Like that's the part you need to do.
yeah,
I hate meditating, but I love
because
fucking shit up. I'm gonna just do that part. It's like, dude, no.
yeah, because I mean, that was like the saving grace that allowed me to do everything else, to sleep. And I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. It's just, and then, dropping in, and then I was able to go off my anxiety medicine. And that's been the biggest transformation in my life
Mm,
because I can just connect and be real. I can be
mm,
me for the first time well, my husband passed away in 2004, and I was probably on medication by 2006.
mm. So this whole time,
So yeah.
holy fuck, I did not know that you have been on meds since 2006. I just thought it was kind of just right before. Holy shit.
No, I could increase it before, but yeah, I've been.
Oh my God. What the hell? What is this like?
Well, it's freedom. I mean, my body feels pure. I mean, I'm like a new freaking woman. I mean, I can
Oh,
feel, I can do, I can. I mean, I just feel like a new person. I, you know, and I was addicted to it. I carried a little bit of shame for about a day on
mm,
that, but
mm,
I'm not anymore. And
yeah,
um, you know, my body went through withdrawal. I would hesitate,
totally.
ask people to hesitate before they go on that.
Mm,
Just deal with it and go on. And, that's what I'm doing. If I have a situation I'm anxious about, I breathe and go on.
mm.
But honestly, I haven't had any.
Dude, you're
So,
an
uh,
inspiration. You're blowing my fucking mind. And I didn't even know that you were suicidal until, so you did your Wonder Woman post after Purpose, and then you did a written testimonial, and I was like, oh my God, because like right, that hello, the don't tell anybody, I don't want to bring anybody down. Like you were just so worried about, I don't want to tell anybody that I'm fucking suicidal. I don't want to ruin their day. Like that's the mentality of this. It's like, no, no, you need help. Okay, here's energy. Well, like we're fucking can't even make it through. And so it's just, this is like the type of woman that I normally attract is like, No, I will fucking finish the line with two goddamn legs blown off by a bazooka, bleeding out. I will still
Yeah.
finish, you know, especially for your kids. And so, like, I just keep learning these things and, like, and then learning that you got off. I didn't even know that you were on for that long. That's just so inspirational. The sleep thing, man, that's like, I feel like I was put into a bit of, you know, mental illness and psychosis because I hadn't slept in months. And so then my suicidal thoughts came in after I was like, you know, all fucked up from not sleeping for months and just like, so like, felt like I just was like, the darkness was coming in, you
Yeah,
know?
you have no energy to even combat it
Mm,
or even question it almost. It's
mm,
like
hmm.
it's, just
Yeah, it's
second
like,
nature to let that thought
yeah,
come in, and
yeah.
you're fatigued,
Mm,
and your depression's
mm,
maybe there a little, but the
mm,
anxiety. And so it's like this person just back there going da 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 da, da,
yeah.
and you don't even have anything feel like
Totally.
that.
Yeah. It's like the
And
dog, you know, the two dogs come together and there's one that always just like rolls on it like the super, super
yeah,
I forgot what that word is, but where they just roll on their submissive. And so yeah, I was just like
yeah,
every day I was just like, okay, on my back faster and faster. Like obviously there's no choice. Yeah, the sleep thing. Oh, I'm sure I share that and I'll talk about that all the time in the workshops because that to me, I mean, I even remember being like super young and like looking at the clock, like, and I don't think it was anxiety. Like it was nervousness a little bit. Like it didn't go into the realm of like, I can't breathe, like the psychoness I got like a few years ago. But I would be like, it would start by like, I would get so excited about gymnastics and stuff, and I'd be like, what am I gonna do? So like I always had this pattern of like, dude, going over and over shit in my mind. It's just that when I couldn't channel it and when I couldn't, you know, just be like, whoa, bro, now we pause.
right.
Like when you can't stop that, obviously, you know, too much of anything turns into a misbalance. Okay, so that's sick. That's badass. So, I mean, I feel like you've already told me this is some of the most amazing moments, but what do you think your most badass moment is from being in this program? Like,
Well, I think, the medication, the suicide thoughts just subsiding, but also my energy level and my ability to just refocus my mind and give love. Um, one of the things that I just focus on is going into the day, building other people up, because, one of our mantras or sayings is when you give love, you receive love. So whatever I give out, I know I'm going to get back tenfold. And I don't give it in order to get, but that's just my purpose in life. It's what I do. And so I've always been that spirit, but it's been held down because of other reasons. My anxiety's been really high, which has led
mm,
to anger feelings, or
mm,
the suicide's always been back there, and I've been fighting it so hard
mm,
to keep it down while I'm, at school teaching or doing things. And so I haven't been able to give the amount of love I want to give to people. And, you know, other people are they need love. And they do need people in their life to help support them. And I do feel like I'm the person to do that.
mm,
And I've been given the ability to share it
mm,
and to openly give love
mm,
and to give peace to people's heart, and to show my kids and the kids around me, and my students, that they can be loved and they are loved for who they are. That has been a big transformation for me, just that ability to easily give love and to go to people and share that. So I'm so thankful for that. um, and that's one thing that this program has given me. And then the exercise, which I was not doing and wanting to do, which
mm.
I've been getting up and walking since doing the purpose program. And then if I don't walk in the morning, I find another way to exercise. So that has been a big thing for me also.
What's so amazing because
Um,
I was actually just reflecting on this today. Like there's an it's dude, hello, it's totally fine if we're the person that gives our shirt literally off of our back when we're walking. The problem comes when we have an attachment to, well, you need to act like this, and you need like we have an attachment to like, well, why aren't you more fucking grateful? Or what do you mean you're not gonna stop doing drugs? I just fucking did this for you. Like we have an attachment to them like changing. But when there's no
Right.
attachment and you're
Right.
just like, it's like, right, I just like see this cute little, like, he, like this little Buddha or something that's just like sharing like so much love freely because that's not exhausting. That's like really awesome. That's super fun.
No, it's fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's you.
Which I think,
I mean, it's just enjoyable.
yeah, that's
You
amazing.
know, I love doing that. I try to do that all the time.
Totally.
Just with my body language or comments, telling people they're beautiful, things I, do in the classroom, things I do with my kids, surprises, those kinds of things, which I was not doing. Um, but when you can think positively, when you can see that there's a bigger and better thing in the world than, negativity,
Yeah.
and that we're here for a bigger purpose, you can focus on love. You can
Mhm.
focus on positive energy and what your purpose really is in this world, and and doing what you feel like your purpose is. So that's what the program has brought to me, and
Well,
helping women see that they can make moves towards progressing in their life and their struggles. And I've been doing that also, and so that's been a great gift that's been brought to me, and
mm,
just helping them realize that their struggles are, um, they're able to work through them, and that we can channel our energies to positive, and to love, and it doesn't take $1 million or um, 16 years in therapy to get it done. We can do it pretty quickly if we choose.
that's the incredible part is how fast the shift happens. Because people think like, oh, Kelly must be, this must be like a 10-year thing. And it's like, dude, it's like,
No.
it's been a few months, literally. So June, July,
Right.
August.
And a big part of the shift happened within 6 to 7 weeks. I mean,
Yeah.
a
But
huge part
then,
of it was like, boom, fast. And I'm refining my shift
yeah. And now
and
totally we
working.
build the foundations, right? And now you're coaching other women who have struggled with sexual abuse who you know what they feel like
Right.
and you're guiding them through it.
Right.
Um, Okay, just quickly, why did this work for you? And then next, I want to get into how this positively affected everybody. So, your first graders and everything like that. But just real quickly, why did it work for you?
Well, it's great. Um, the reason it works for me is because it's flexible. You can do it when you have time because it's an online program.
Mm,
The meditations and the program is available to you when you want it to be.
mm.
And the support group through Facebook is wonderful. Um, you know,
We love
I
that.
I had Yes, I had the meditations available to me through the phone or through my laptop. So I have a room in my house that I set up when one of my daughters went to college, and um, for my meditation and quiet room. And I woke up, I did that straight off, went to meditate. I had it all set up to my time frame. And then,
Mm,
my night routines, meditations, I have it on my phone. So it's all easy
mm,
access. There's nothing that's hard about it.
mm.
And so, unless we make it hard. So, ladies out there listening, this is not hard.
Yeah.
Um, you just push the play button and listen. And so, even if your kids are small or they're older, put them down for a nap. These sessions are usually 30 minutes. So I blocked out the time.
Mm,
I listened to my sessions, I taped some lives and just provided myself that space and time and put myself first
mm.
during that time. And
That's
so,
huge.
I hear sometimes people saying the time,
Mm,
but time is our friend. And if we think of it that way, time is our friend. We can get this done. It's not life consuming. Um, and I found it to be a joy because every time that I came in, I could see myself growing and moving farther away from the person that I was when I sought the program, the suicidal person. I was not having those thoughts. So I wanted to go into the program and learn and listen to the sessions.
Mhm.
And so it was a retreat to heaven for me. And it always is. So to go listen to a meditation is wonderful. And so it's just getting your routines down
Mm.
and uh, scheduling that quiet time for you. So that's how it worked for me. It was
Mm.
easy just getting my schedule worked out. And like now I teach, so I get up a little earlier. I listen to my meditations. I do my morning routine, and I make it work. I started this when I was on quarantine or summertime, so it's definitely easier. But I still got up at the same time. School was going to be starting, so I practiced before
I
school
mean,
started.
yeah.
Do I have enough time to do my morning routine? Nope. Wake up a little earlier. It's important to you, Kelly. Do it.
What a
So,
concept, hey?
right.
Okay,
This
you
makes you
you got to share what the shifts that you've had with your first graders. So share that. So cute. And then what your son said to
well,
you about the
yes.
podcast.
Yeah. Well, my first graders, I teach first grade, and I openly, just love kids, and my kids love me. Just have to say that, but I've been really working with them on random acts of kindness, and I started with them on trying to learn the concept that when you give love, you receive love. So I started out with them giving them a ring pop, which is here in Missouri is a big thing for kids. It is worldwide, I'm sure.
I love me a
But
ring pop, so it's big for me too, girl.
yes, yeah. So when they had a random act of kindness or I caught them, I would give them a ring pop, and I had several people within the building that had ring pops stationed so that my first graders could get kind of a since this treat so that they could get the idea. Okay, random act of kindness, and the person gave it and said, when you give love you receive love, so they instantly got that idea. So now they don't need the ring pop. And this last week we did letters to our custodians, and they drafted up the letter. I helped them kind of write the words a little for the spelling, but they drafted up the letter, and I had them draw a picture of something that would make the custodians happy. And it was so nice because I could see and just feel the love in the classroom. And the kids were so excited, and they were just saying, random act of kindness, random act of kindness. And I've heard a couple of them say, when you give love, you get love. And
So cute.
we talked about what would our classroom be like if we just did things that were kind and if we loved. And they they know it. A first grader knows so much more
Totally.
sometimes than we do
Totally.
because they have no barriers and no
Mm. Past negative
no
situations to
activity.
compare it to.
you know,
Yes.
right. Not so many. They have some
Yeah.
but not so
Yeah.
many.
Yeah.
And
And
so
they forget
they can
shit. They're
easily
like,
say,
I was mad at you yesterday. I
right,
forgot about that. What was I mad about?
yeah, there's and so they're like, it would be so wonderful, Miss Whelan, you know, it, we would be so nice and so fun. And it's like, yes. And what would our world be like, kids? What would our town be like? So trying to get them to
Wow.
think more outside of themselves and teaching to that perspective. And so just trying to, make that impact and then helping them further make the impact and
Oh,
saying, go
that would
home and do
change the
something
world.
nice for mom and dad or brother and sister. And so they've come and said what they've done, and they've been doing things at home. I
Oh,
helped my mom do this because she was upset, or one of them said mom was upset, so I helped her do this. And so
so
they're
much
starting to spread that
compassion.
love.
So amazing. And your son, when he heard that I was
Yeah.
bragging about you on the podcast.
One day I was listening to a podcast and Lonnie had mentioned my name. I'm like, oh hell yes, Chance. Lonnie just mentioned my name on the podcast. And he's like, what? He's like, I'm so proud of you, Mom. And I'm like, yeah, I am too. I'm like, that fucking rocks. And he's like, Mom, that does. I am really proud of you. And
Oh,
he is just so proud of where I started at and where I've come. Now, I haven't necessarily talked to him about how extremely suicidal I was. I didn't go to him and say, this is, but he knows that I've
yeah,
been suffering and
yeah.
those
So
things.
that
And
shit's unspoken. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, when we love
yeah, you
somebody,
keep it
when
on
they're
the
sad,
couch, you
when
keep it
they're
on.
hurting, we're hurting when they're hurting. It's sad. Yeah.
Yes. And that's why I want I want them to feel my positive energy
Oh
and
my
love
God.
because they know
Literally,
it's
they
here.
can't not. It's impossible. Mrs. Light, you even have
So,
a heaven light shining in your eyes right now.
so
Uh,
they
that's so cute.
he's just so happy and
That's so cute.
it's just proud of his mom putting in the reps. He's like,
Uh, such a
he
good attitude and such
just
a simple lesson in life. It's like, dude, if you show up, like you can't not. Um, okay, so there's a chick listening and she's fucking struggling. She's eating dog shit sandwiches. She's suffering. She's super unhappy. She's tried a whole bunch of shit and she's like, I need help. I'm ready because obviously we can't help anybody that's ready. There's the free will aspect, which is so empowering because it takes the victim right out. Like no longer am I a victim of my circumstances. I'm an empowered woman who's choosing. And if I chose that shit when I, didn't know better and didn't have, like, I can only make choices out of my level of, self-worth and connection to God. And now, holy crap, like, this is infinite. I can just keep making. But she'd be tripping. But she's ready. So what would you say to someone listening that's really, the pain that we felt, that deep fucking pain, where you feel alone, you know what I mean? You think nobody knows what you're feeling like. So what
yeah.
advice would you give her?
I would tell her, "Hey, girl, I know what you're feeling. I felt alone. I was scared, like I didn't know what road to take, where to be, what to be, and what was going to happen next. But there is somebody that's got a program and you can join. And there's a lot of women in the Facebook program that can support you through responses and love and are going through the same thing that you're going through and are growing and healing. And you can do this. It can be done. You can grow and find a way out. There's love that is abundant and here for you. And you just have to step out and take that next step. Put your foot forward and keep going. Take a deep breath and join us. Join the canoe and come in and take that first step. You will not regret it. It is the first step to the next part of your life, to healing and feeling the best you have ever felt in your entire life because love and peace and security can be yours if you want it. All you have to do is come and be a part and do your job and do your work and take a deep breath and relax because it can be done. I did it. You can do it. I know you can. Let's do it. And I just tell her it's here. It's here for you because it is here. Peace, security, love, happiness. It's all just a shift in the mindset. And your program can help guide you in the way you need to be led. And if she would join, she could find that. And it just takes that step. And sometimes it's scary to take that step, but just do it. Take the step.
Isn't it amazing that it's like, okay, I'm offering some strategies, but I'm not like this a special part of like, everybody look at me. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Is it like so incredible that like when I think of the love and the healing, like I think of all of us, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women deep,
Yes.
just like, walking and
Yeah, we're pulling it
shining.
together.
Man, and like so
Yeah.
many, I know, I'm sure of it, that when you first came in and then you heard of other people talking about being suicidal and getting off antidepressants, you were like, fuck, that's inspiring. And then like I've had so many messages about you and we fucking love you and you're so inspirational. You know what I mean? So you're now like doing the same thing. It's just like, dude, it's not like this, I don't know, just it to me it just seems like such a just like it's like you don't have to fucking be perfect, and we're not gonna judge you because goddamn, I'm sure I was
Right.
probably
There
lower than
is no
low.
judgment. We're traveling this road together. And, we're going to hit a bump. and we're going to go over it, and then it's going to be straight again. And there's going to be a bump,
Yeah.
and then it's going to be straight again.
Yeah.
And we're
Buckle up,
just going to
bitch,
get
because the
through the bumps
bumps ain't
together.
stopping. Yeah. We could be like,
Yeah. And
yay, or we could fight them. But
right.
one's more
But
fun.
we're going to travel it together, and we're going to travel it with love and support. And, that's one of the biggest and best gifts from this program is you get the benefit of having all of your sisters in it with you, and the support and love. And I have never, I used to feel alone, but I don't anymore because I've got my tribe with me. I mean,
Full on.
and we are, lack of better words, we are fucking rocking it.
Yeah.
And
We're ride or die. We're like that.
oh
Yeah. Shit ain't
yes,
perfect.
yes,
We're like family. We're gonna
right,
just go through some shit and we're gonna pull back out because we're never quitting because family doesn't
right,
quit on each other.
right. And so we've got each other's back. And that's what I would tell somebody new. We've got your back. We're here. You have to put in the reps. We're
Mm-hmm.
not going to do it for you, but
Mm-hmm.
we've got your back, girl. We got you. Come on, let's go.
So bomb. Yeah, it's a personal choice. They ain't no crazy like weird woo woo. It's like, dude, come on. How bad do you want it? Have you suffered enough? Have you reached the point? And then let's go. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Kel. I love you so
Yeah,
much,
thank
and
you. Thank you. I love you, girl.
I can't wait.
Don't lay that swimsuit down or bikini top, you got on near your house, girl.
I got me a cute brown right now. You would take this one. Dang. I laugh every time. You're like, don't lay that one down. I have a giggle about it. It's so cute. But I just can't wait for people to hear this because it's like actually so rare. You know what I mean? Like we always want to put the foot forward. It's actually still crazy to me, but this is so rare to like actually tell the real story. So, I
Yeah,
mean, it's just, I always just feel it as the world and feel it as this oneness, and it's just so much bigger, and we can do so much more healing
yeah.
when we're together, instead of fighting alone.
I know. I know. Together we are so powerful, and we can make change together. I don't know if it's because I'm a twin, but united, we are at our strongest points, and our collective energy is just so high
Mm.
that there's not anything that we can't accomplish, and
Really, there's
our
not.
love
We're
is
doing
abundant.
we're doing
And
insane shit. We are blowing minds. We are doing the craziest, most insane shit. Like it is epic. Thank you so much, Kel. Mwah, I love you. Thank you so much for sharing.
thank you.
Ah,
Love
such amazing results. So freaking proud of the incredible women. It's just so amazing to watch a woman go from withering and miserable and low to like embracing and flying and using your wings. So if you want results like these, you've got to check out, come into, and be a part of the Purpose program. Now, the Purpose program is going to give you really simple strategies to get out of your head and get into your body, to learn how to choose where you want to put your focus. So right now you have these subconscious stories running that are actually making you really unhappy, but it's not happening now. So I created out of my own need, because I was literally suicidal and at rock bottom, and I had tried everything I felt. I tried crazy stuff, so many things, and I ended up suicidal. So I thought, this is insane. I can't be like trying so hard and then being so unhappy and so miserable that I don't even want to be here. So what I did was I created this way to get out of my head and get in to my body. And in our body right now is really, sis, the only place where you feel safe. We can't feel safe in the past, and we can't feel safe about dreaming or freaking out about the future. And my jam is the simpler it is, that the easier you can do it, right? It's like if you have one step, you can do that versus if you have 100. So I'm like, let's do this as fast as possible and have as much fun. So in the Purpose program, you're gonna get everything that you need, super simple, cater to your schedule, and you'll learn the same things that I've learned and taught thousands of women all over the world too, to get out of their head, into their body, and choose their feelings and what they focus on and what thoughts they give energy to. Now, what you're going to get in the Purpose program is a community of hundreds and hundreds, so many goosebumps, of like-minded women. So this is the part where society comes in and it's like, you're a threat because you're prettier, and if you have a man, then that's threatening to me because there's not enough for me. And that's ego. That's not love. So what we get to do is actually really experience a sisterhood and like a family where so many women are so happy when you win and when you start making these shifts and growing your confidence and growing your power. And they're just as happy for you as if they did it. It's like next level. Every woman that's ever come in is like, I didn't even know this was possible. I was like, thank you. It's like so amazing. And I mean, there's so many parts of the Purpose program. But another really amazing thing is you get support and a community and help and love and guidance for life. I tried again, so many programs that didn't work for me. Oh, here's 6 weeks. Okay, well, I felt a little bit okay for 6 weeks and then I dropped on my ass again, or 6 months or a year or whatever. But we're constantly evolving as humans. If we're not growing, we're dying. So that part, that access, you get support 24 hours a day for the rest of your life if you want. This is how we get the results. We grow together, we're invested, and we care. So if you're like, damn, I need to hear more about this, click the button below. You can hear more, everything that's included, and you can join the Purpose program today. So excited. Hope to see you in there. Mwah! Bye, sis.